Every Unfortunately, the people that I have asked have not been able to fill that role, but we do have several people who are Rotarians who would really like to help support. You can, have the committee breakout during those committee breakout sessions, but I am begging that somebody step up because we are going back into the school year now. I want Interact to get off to a good start this year and not have us be playing catch up because we don't have anybody. So please, 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 if you feel like you could, be the person who's the committee chair for that, please let me know, and then I will make sure that I get you in contact with the people who have offered to help out with that position as well. So please, any positions that we need, we really need help from everybody here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the responsibilities would be to coordinate with the guidance department when we send out the scholarship information, which actually I think the scholarship part's kind of covered, but also for RILA and YRILA when we send that out once a year, and coordinate those and set up the student hosts. So typically that rotates through different members. So just because you're the youth services person doesn't mean that you have to be the person here every week. You can have somebody step in as student host for that week, or rotate through Rotarians, and then coordinating with the high school teacher who is in charge of the Interact Club there to coordinate with them on projects that they're doing or things that we might request their help with. One of our sponsorship levels for the Boo Bash require, we said we'd give private table service. Well, we would maybe ask an Interact student or Interact students to be that, to fill that in for us. So really a lot of it is coordination and just making sure that we have those services available and running smooth, and that, the students are able to come here to the meetings when they come, and that the Interact Club is, continuing to thrive under their leadership at the high school. And the new teachers taking that over after Bill Mashevitz. Sounds like he's really enthusiastic and really excited about it. So I think that's going to be a really good partnership, and he's ready to tackle that. So it's just, being the liaison for that. Thanks, Cheryl. Julie, did you have an announcement about Boo Bash? Yes, please.
I'm not on fellowship this month, but I have a question for all the tables out there. How many major fundraising does Rotary have each year? One. I guess if you guess correct, you don't have to put anything in the till, but you can if you want. No, the reason I say we have one, and this is where we really need all Rotarians to really step up and help make this a successful event. This is where we're going to raise the majority of our money this year. So I've talked to a few people informally at the Rotary night at the ball game, and people were, I don't know if it was the beer, it could have been, or people were already giving verbal commitments to donate something or do a sponsorship.
And we're holding you all to that.
Yeah, I know who you are. I do remember. But however, there's other things, you can do. I mean, if you can get a basket, or somebody that would be willing to donate a service or something, so that we can have some good auction items for that evening, it would be great. So I'm just imploring, I don't beg as cute as Christy does, but I'm begging everyone to please take a part in our Boo Bash fundraiser. We really need each and every one of the Rotarians. Thank you.
Thanks, Julie. Are there any other announcements from the floor? Yeah.
Could any of you that have service hours either email it to me or give me a piece of paper with 10 service hours or whatever your email? I really want to keep track of that.
Yeah, so Cheryl just said if you have any service hours in, to please get those turned into her. We have a place on the Rotary International website where we do turn those in, and we do want to keep track of those. And so that can be anything. If you show up to another volunteer event wearing your Rotary gear, then you can turn that in. Or if it's something even for our club, if you spend a certain amount of time, or if you spend any time, planning the Boo Bash, or working on anything that helps contribute to our club, those all count as volunteer hours as well. Are there any other announcements? I'll turn it over to Brig for fellowship.
Everybody just wants to see my tie anyway. Oh, there we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to Clinton Rotary. Rich Klon and I will be tag teaming fellowship this month, so you'll see Rich in the coming weeks as well. The first thing on our agenda are birthdays, and so I want to wish Rich Klon a happy birthday on August 5th. Happy birthday, Rich. Also, we have a couple of anniversaries in August. Judge Pelton, 45 years. He joined in August of 76. And Jeff Reed, 17 years in August of 04. So if you get a chance and see them, congratulate them on their tenure in our club. Lastly on my agenda, I just wanted to announce, if you're not aware, Kim Clausen had back surgery last Thursday at Mayo. Things went well, and she is already at home recovering. I think it's going to be kind of a long recovery process, but off to a good start, I think, there. So how am I doing? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shannon tells you have plenty of time.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, in the spirit of the Olympics and raising some money for the club, I thought we could go through a little Olympic trivia today. So I'll ask each table a question. If you get it correct, the $2 fine. If you miss it, it's a $3 fine. And we'll see how many we get here. So Dave, I'll start with your table. What is the Olympic motto?
Do your best.
Faster, higher, stronger. $3. Okay, Julie, your table here. Hans-Gunnar Liljenwall was the first Olympic athlete to be disqualified for drug use. Which banned substance did he consume?
No choices.
No choices.
What year?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that clue. 1968.
Marijuana.
Wrong. So Liljenwall was a pistol shooter, a Swedish pistol shooter, and he had 2 beers before his contest to try and calm his nerves, and that showed up in his subsequent drug test, and he was disqualified. So yeah, alcohol was the first culprit there. Dave, which of these animals were used in the 1900 Olympics? Elephants, pigeons, dogs, or camels?
You got the end of your thing in our table. Yeah, no kidding.
I will recuse myself. That's correct. It was pigeons.
Oh.
While
Save you guys some money.
typically competitors shoot clay pigeons, in the 1900 games, they used actual live targets in the trap shooting competition. Okay, Julie Sable. How old was the oldest Olympic medal winner?
Do we get a range?
Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'll give you a range. 12 to 80. 72. 72. In 1920, in the Summer Olympics, Swedish shooter Oscar Swan won silver in the double shot running deer contest. Interestingly, they also use live animals in that one too. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jim, your table. How old was the youngest Olympic champion? Seven. The youngest Olympian ever was 7-year-old French boy who was a last-minute recruit to the Dutch team that won the coxed pair rowing race in the 1900 Summer Olympics. His name was never recorded as he became bored waiting for his medal and just disappeared. He wandered off. Tom, your table. The longest wrestling match in Olympic history lasted how many hours? Close. 11 hours. In the wrestling semifinals of the 1912 Summer Olympics, Martin Klein and Alfred Assignen grappled for 11 hours before Klein managed to pin his opponent. Klein was so exhausted from the bout that he was unable to wrestle for the gold the next day, leaving Swedish wrestler Claes Johansson with the gold medal. 11 hours. Okay, I have a couple more. We'll just go through. These are kind of interesting. What was unusual about gold medal winning gymnast George Iser? Anybody? He was missing a leg. He competed in 1904 for the Americans. He had a wooden prosthesis. He won 6 medals in one day and a gold in the vault. 1904. Yep, crazy. Why was American marathon runner Fred Lors disqualified in the 1904 Summer Olympics? Marathoner. He hitchhiked in a car for most of the race. He ran the last 4 miles and was banned for life by the Amateur Athletic Union. What year did baseball become an official Olympic sport? Baseball, Olympic sport. What year? 1992. In what years were Olympic Games canceled? Postponed, not canceled. 1916, 1940, and 44, all world wars. During the 1932 Summer Olympics, what error was made in the men's 3,000 meter steeplechase event? Participants ran an extra lap. An official's error for the 3,000 steeplechase meant they did an extra lap for 3,460 meters. No records were set in that event that year. All right, last one. Which member of the British royal family won an Olympic medal? Nope. Zara Tindall. In 2012, Zara carried the Olympic flame. She was a member of the Great Britain eventing team. She won a silver medal and was presented to her by her mother, Princess Anne. So there you go. A couple weeks.
Thank you, Greg. Okay, I am going to turn it over to Shannon. So Shannon is filling in today. She came up with a program for us very last minute. We were going to hear from Greg Voss with United Way. So Shannon is going to present on the 5210 initiative. So thank you, Shannon.
I feel like I need this. So Greg Voss was supposed to be here today, but he had a family emergency. I really hope to get him in here, and because love, I believe he's going to become a Rotarian. So hopefully you'll all have a chance to meet him soon if you haven't already. This is on, but it's not on. I don't know how to operate it after a year, right? It's got a red light on. I don't know. I might just give up and talk loud. So anyway, I did want to give a quick blurb about United Way. United Way works in the areas of health, education, and financial stability. And so they always call it the three-leg stool that's all the areas that we need to be healthy. Individuals have healthy workplaces. And so United Way will be starting their campaign. Julie might know when it's official.
I think the kickoff is actually tomorrow night at the Lumber Kings.
So the United Way kickoff is tomorrow night at the Lumber Kings game if you want to come down. And then I believe the campaign officially kicks off tomorrow night, but then I know United Way Blackout starts August 31st and is through November. And so hopefully all of us are giving to United Way, because I do say it is one of those agencies that if you're not sure where to give your money, but you want to do some good, it's definitely somewhere where you can confidently put your money and know that it's going to a lot of good resources and meeting a lot of unmet needs in our community. So please do give generously to United Way. I'm seeing Rich over there. Maybe he can sub in for United Way. I didn't even think about it. Is there anything else to add? So what I thought I would talk about, just because that health pillar is so important is the Healthiest State Initiative and 5210 resources, because wanted to ask all of you, is anyone here, like really feeling like they're super healthy, don't really need to change anything, feeling really good? Like, I'm just good, right? Okay, John Fry is just good. But the rest of us are probably all like, I wish I could do this a little bit more, or that a little bit more. I wish I was a better role model for my grandkids or for my kids. I was talking with my husband because we had a pool party this weekend, and we keep, I know it was the 4th of July, and it was like, after the holiday, we're really going to kick it into gear. And then we had this pool party this weekend, like, after this weekend, we're really going to kick it into gear. So we're really kicking it into gear starting today. And hopefully all of you are kind of in the same, where you are hoping to make some strides to be healthier. And so there's really some great resources that are available at the state level. Iowa wants to be the healthiest state in the nation, and we're all competitive, right? So we want to be a part of making Iowa the healthiest state in the nation. And so I'm going to share out this. This presentation is going to be very dependent on the internet. And so we're going to be testing out our Rastrelli's internet, the Wi-Fi today. Let's see. Share on the screen. So I did throw this together in 20 minutes this morning. I promise you I did reach out to about 5 different people to sub in today, and no one was available, and I stopped calling because I thought I was breaking some bridges, asking people to come in and present with 2 hours notice. So again, Iowa, the Healthiest State Initiative, going to talk a little bit about it, the progress that we're making, and then how you can take actions, and there's lots of ways. And again, if you're an employer, we definitely should be thinking about it as for our employees, because honestly, health is a great contributor to productivity, probably hands down the most important. And so if your employees are healthy, they're more productive, they're contributing to society. And same thing for us as parents and grandparents. Just again, the health of our family, it's the crutch that we all stand on, because when our health is affected, it affects our livelihood, it affects our ability to do things. And so it should be a high priority for all of us. So I'm going to go to the Iowa Healthiest State. And it doesn't want to share. Let's see. Okay. So this is our Iowa Healthiest State Walk. And so according to 2019 rankings, Iowa is number 20. And that's actually, I believe we're making some strides, but our goal is to become the healthiest nation in the state. And it's an ambitious goal, but with everyone's help, we can definitely do it. And so it's not an easy task, but this resource has some awesome ways to make it easier. You can print and download newsletters. You can make your own personal action plan to take home with your family. You can make an employee one. There's ones for the school. So if you guys have a health and wellness committee at your employers, you could pass this along to your health and wellness committee. And maybe you are so inspired that you know it's really hard for you to be healthy and you want to surround yourself with healthy reminders. And so you want to start a healthy committee at your place of employment. Or maybe you just want to grab a friend and try to encourage your other coworkers to be healthy. So let's see. So why does it matter? I think I've basically been saying that good health enriches the lives of Iowa, and it contributes to the state's economy, which is important to all of us. So as our health declines, our health insurance rates go up, our employees are sick, we're not as productive at home, at work, and things that we're doing. Again, all of us are one major illness that might be putting our family finances in jeopardy, leading to instability. For a lot of people we see at the YW, it leads to homelessness. So we want to make sure everybody is healthy. Again, reduce revenue. You know, sometimes we think it's just a luxury, but it actually contributes to a lot of things. And so their annual report just was going to go over it a little bit. That's going to be really hard to see though, isn't it? So through this Healthiest State initiative, they have had 29 they encourage events. And so we're getting ready to have the Clinton Half Marathon. I was going to bring posters to promote that. That's coming up on September 9th. And we often have it be a Healthiest State initiative endorsed event. What I'll talk about later is on October 6th, in October, it's a Healthiest State month. And so while we're a little ahead of the game here and talking about it today, it would give everybody time to go back and be like, hey, let's do this together. Let's start getting everybody healthier. I want to start to promote healthy things. And honestly, there's so many resources here that make it easy. So one of the things is the Healthiest State Walk, which is on October 6th. And I know the YWCA will be having one. We have one every year. Ann Eisenman at CCC will have one. Mercy usually has one. So you can participate in one of those Healthiest State walks, or you could even have your own at your current place. So there could be one for the downtown, and the downtown does the Healthiest State walk. And really, walking feels like it's not that much, but honestly, it's huge. It's one of the healthy indicators. I don't have a stats in front of me because I put this together in 20 minutes, but it's crazy how much just walking can make a difference in your health, your mental health. So even if you're not super healthy right now, challenge to, or grandma or grandpa aren't, challenge them to walk out to the mailbox, challenge them to walk around the block, and then start to venture out a little bit more. And so that's part of the Healthiest State Walk, is to get everybody out walking, see how easy it is and how good it feels, and how much more productive you are to get that mental break from the day and go back and then work even harder, or hit the school books even harder. They do have a 5210 summit. We've gone to that in the past, and that's very inspiring. And then there's this 5210, which I'll share with you about too, where you can become a registered site. So your employer, or you, if you are an employer, can become a 5210 registered site. Schools can become 5210 registered sites. Preschools, like the YWCA preschool, we became a 5210 registered site. And then they just send you all this materials to kind of keep it top of mind and make it easy. They do push this Double Up Food Bucks program. I don't know if you can read that from there. And that's basically a system where if people that are on food stamps, if they buy healthy foods, they double their money, which is pretty cool, because sometimes, as we know, eating healthier can be more expensive than eating not healthy. And then there's a huge initiative with mental health, highlighted even more so with COVID-19. And so it's this Make It Okay campaign. And so there's some resources here regarding that too. So maybe if it's not necessarily, I want to get everybody walking, but I am noticing some mental health issues that maybe we want to have some resources out for our employees. Those resources are also available. So they do have annual awards, and we have applied as a community in the past, and we have got some recognition in the past, but we didn't get the #1 spot. So, and you can also apply for the annual awards as employers. So you can have a small work site, medium work site, large work sites, and the schools that can apply to get these awards. And then again, we mentioned the annual walk. And so as you can see, the 5210 network in Clinton County is highlighted. So we've been definitely participating. And then I'll talk to you a little bit later about the Healthiest State Month. But they also have posters. You can download all these free posters and materials like the ones shown here. You just get onto the website and kind of can order however many you want and post them everywhere. So 52 workplaces earned the gold level. They handed out 27,000 posters. 17 schools received a mini grant, and one of those was the YWCA. We, I can't remember, they bought materials for healthy cooking and had some instruction on that. And then 20 communities received grant funding through Iowa Department of Public Health, the 5210, which Clinton did receive. We just actually finished out our final grant. It was a grant for 3 years, and then they tier off the amount that you get. So this year it was more like $5,000 that we got. We did determine one of the things that we do with the funds is an annual splash dash for the kids, if you've heard about it. We have it up on Main Avenue and right when school starts, so late August, and the kids just do a little fun run around the block, and then the firemen spray them with the fire hoses down here at the fire station. We have it across from the farmers market. With all the COVID talk right now, we determined it's probably not best to get kids that can't be vaccinated together, but hopefully we'll be doing that maybe in the spring, but definitely next August. Let's see. So here's what I talked about, the double up food bucks, where people, if they're buying healthy foods at a farmer's market, they can do the double up food bucks. And Clinton County is participating, but I don't know if our local farmers market, to be honest, does participate or not. We'll have to check into that. So. And then this is the mental health information that, again, lots of resources to help, put mental health at the top of everyone's minds at this makeitokay.org/Iowa. My screen has more stuff on it when I move it, and I can't see. Ooh, it did transition me. So this, again, really user-friendly, help Iowa become the healthiest state, take action, and it'll bring you up some resources. So it will show you here how to connect on social media. So maybe you want to have some in your feed of social media, if your social media feed isn't that positive lately, or get some positive tips in your social media feed. You can give back. They are a 501c3. Again, you can request an endorsement of an event. They have gear that you can kind of buy to kind of make it a top of mind thing in your workplace. And let's see. Oop, I wanted to go to progress. So how is Iowa doing? And so they've been tracking all these different health related measures. I think down below. So overall, our rankings are worsening. And America's health rankings are stable. And this was 2019, but I do feel like 2020 might be a throwout year. So this will definitely be where it's hard to look at those trends and the data. But I do feel like really great things are happening in our community. I don't know if it was COVID or what, but I feel like, don't you feel like we see more people out biking and walking right now? I mean, and the parks it's so cool to be down on the riverfront and see people playing volleyball and pickleball and people in the pool and the fitness court. It's really, I feel like there's more people out than ever because we're happy just to be out, I think. So the key indicators here in 5210 are obesity. And so the results in Iowa is the objective is to decrease percentage of Iowans who are obese. And the measurement, unfortunately, in Iowa, we were worsening. Our current rate is 33.9 and our target rate is 30%. And then again, it gives these helpful resources. The Eat Well, the objectives here are to increase the number of Iowans eating 5 or more fruits and vegetables daily. And fun fact, half of banana is one serving of fruit. So if you eat one banana, it's 2 servings of fruit. So I always feel like a rock star with my banana. So the good news is Iowa was improving, and so our current rate was higher than the target rate which was great. Go ahead.
How are they tracking that?
I think it's probably like from self-reporting. So, and sometimes I'm like, to be honest with you, like the public health, I work closely with Andrea Barnett, who's community health at Mercy One, and Michelle Cullen, who I did call to ask her to give the COVID update today, but she was busy instead of me. But we get frustrated because we're like, who's answering the phone? You know, like if I don't answer my phone at home to take these surveys. So I'm like, I wish they did a different way. And I don't know exactly how they do this survey, to be honest with you. But so anyway, how scientific and that kind of thing too. I feel like too, they probably take stuff from insurance companies and that, but that is a question I do not know the answer to. So the other objective is decrease number of sugar sweetened beverages that individuals consume daily. So, and this is worsening, unfortunately. The current rate is 39 and we're shooting for 41% that aren't drinking sugary drinks every day. And then a sub of this is fruit drinks. So that's improving less. I think parents are starting to become aware that, you know, when my kids were little, it was like juice box, it's healthy, it's a serving of fruit. And now it's more about water and consuming water. So that's good. And then there is the move more component. And some, you know, we've had it, like I'm the Y or the YW, we're pushing activity and moving more. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but it really depends on your food. A year of COVID is a great year to say, like, no, because eating well doesn't help your mental health. Moving more helps your mental health. So it also makes you have more muscle so that you burn calories faster, you can eat more, but it's a great thing for mental health. It's a great thing for reducing the amount of prescriptions you're on. And so move more. So objective number 1 is increase percentages of Iowa engaging in 30 minutes of activity at least 5 days a week. So, and physical activity is anything that gets your body moving, and it is really positive to see in the materials that they have things such as like vacuuming and raking, because those things are physical activity. My cleaning lady, who only comes once a month, so I'm not that spoiled. She's there today though. I get to go home to a clean house. She probably does not have to exercise at all because she like moves like nobody's business. She's exercising for her work every day. For me, I'm one of those people that if I have my activity tracker on, it's like, get up, you have not moved in 45 minutes. Luckily, who'd have thought everybody that put their copiers in a common place, that was a good thing because now you have to at least get up to go to get your copies off the printer, right? So so this is improving, so that's good. Since 2019, we are under our target rate. Another huge objective is decreasing recreational screen time to less than 2 hours a day. Guessing this took a hit during COVID, don't you think? We're probably all, you know, have watched all our Netflix episodes and all of that, but we were working, we have a group that is called the Let's Live Healthy Clinton Area Initiative that meets the first Monday of the month, that gets together in all these areas. And we are working closely with West Golden, with Clinton Community School District, to try to decrease this time. And so hopefully it'll be something that because the teachers are seeing where this is a huge thing that they really need to have parents be a part of reducing kids' screen time, because it is easy to I have noticed too, my children fight a lot less when they're behind a screen. And then all of a sudden, when there's no screens, there's a whole lot of interaction, and it just makes it easier to put them behind one. But we've got to all work to decrease this amount. And this is something we can all do as parents as well as grandparents, is just kind of, making eye contact, having a conversation, getting outdoors, just alternatives to the screens. So current rate is 69% that spend 2 hours plus hours of screen time per day. So then the next thing is the feel better aspect, which has come to the light a lot more during COVID. One of the areas is decrease the number of Iowans that use tobacco. And we've got a great group of people that are working to reduce this in our community. And so if you would be interested in having your work site become a tobacco-free location, they are always looking for places to, and they can help you with policies and procedures and signage to make your work sites tobacco-free. And I feel like they say it differently now. I think is it tobacco free? Oh, I think they had to, instead of smoke free, they have, because of vaping and all that. So the measurement is that we are improving. The current rate is 16.4 and our target was 16, so that's good. Another objective is to increase the percentage of Iowans volunteering, which, hey, we're here to service above self, so that's good. We're making a positive mark on this measure. And just basically a lot of what they are finding is that a lot of mental health is tied to who are your social circle. And so, surrounding yourself with a positive social circle, and obviously volunteering feels good to do. We all know it. That's why we're here. And so this is improving. The current rate is 52, and we're way above the target rate because Iowans are good people. That's an easy one for us. And then objective 3 is increasing resiliency among Iowans. Are you guys hearing a lot about resiliency? Like where you're, because I hear about it all the time. Do you guys know what that is, resiliency? Well, and Mr. DeLacy, of course, he knows. So, and I hear it at work a lot because having a child here, but basically resiliency is, you've probably heard of adverse childhood experiences. And so basically they have this survey that you do, and if, your parents, if there was physical abuse in your household, this scores kind of against your adverse childhood experiences. But it has things such as like, did your parents swear in front of you, and just things like that. It's just this list of where you take it, and the higher your score is, it actually contributes to your health. And so we've, in our community, been like, okay, we take this and, everyone's scoring high, but what do we do next? So resiliency is basically building up your ability to cope with those stresses in your life. So you have stress, you came from stress, you have daily stress, your work is stressful. Are you going to drink or smoke to combat that stress? Or do you have do you meditate, or are you taking yoga to deal with your stress? And so resiliency is that ability to bounce back when something stressful happens, your ability to cope with stress. And so that it is a huge thing that I think we're going to hear more and more about, because I honestly think this is the key to everything in the world, all the world's problems is resiliency. If everybody could become more resilient, then they can deal with the issues in their life. So it's worsening. That's depressing. The current rate is 12% and the target rate is 9%. But there is a whole lot of training going on in our community. We're trying to have people be more, it's called trauma informed. So recognizing that people that may not be the greatest contributors to society or kids that are acting out, it's because they're probably coming from a place of trauma, and that we need to kind of, instead of just address it a little bit different, show them, how to address their emotions, recognize when they're feeling a certain way, and then responding to it better, which obviously as adults, we all work to do as well, because we're not always, So this is some of the resources, again, to make it okay where you can go, where that's the mental health, Volunteer Iowa to give back. We all know we're serving there, but if you wanted to get your workplace involved, The team I do not know a lot about, but I can do workplace, which I think sounds like a great thing. I'll have to click on that link sometimes when I have some extra time. And then the tobacco free. And like I said, they are always looking for places to help implement that if you are interested in doing that in a positive way. And there's lots of resources out there as well. How am I doing time-wise? 10 minutes? Okay. So if you want to sign up to be a part of the walk, you can go to the events page, and the annual walk actually has it where you just come in here. It's on the October 6th. You can actually download resources to print your own poster. Here's the easy button where you just click to register your own walk. And I think it'd be really cool to see 20 walks going on in our community. And when you drive around, and we'll end up having them at all different times. Like I think the Y will do ours at noon, and CCC offers theirs at 2 times. I feel like Mercy did theirs at 2 times. And it's just a good reason to get out and go around the block. Obviously, we have not registered for Clinton yet. I did delegate that. So I will check back with them. But right now we have 0 walks. I'm sure we'll have at least 5, but it'd be really cool to see a whole bunch. And then I did want to go to show the resources. So October being Healthiest State Month, this is actually, and I can put them in the newsletter, I'll ask Jill to put them in, but so if you want to celebrate the month of October as Healthiest State, or the Healthiest State Month, this has all the resources that are available here. So ideas and suggestions, how to participate, a message you can share to your employees. They have like a little download thing. They have social media posts that you can put out handy dandy on your Facebook pages. And they have different categories. So we can do it for our after school program and our early care. At the community level, we can look at this, like the YW would probably do that. A healthcare clinic can look at it through this one. Workplaces, or even your household, where you download a toolkit. I'd be interested to see what the household looks like. And then they have different weeks, like October 4th through the 8th is one or more, focusing on 1 or more hour of physical activity. So they have the walk, so you participate in the walk and you've kind of done your part. And then October 11th through the 15th is more fruits and vegetables. So October 13th is Iowa Local Food Day, which is a day where they promote a lot of farm to table. And then October 18th through the 22nd, it's 2 or less hours of recreational screen time. And then the 25th through the 29th is the 0 sugary drinks. And so 5210, when you hear it, it's basically 5 or more fruits or vegetables, 2 or less hours of recreational screen time, 1 or more hour of physical activity, and 0 sugary drinks. Drink more water is the thing. And then they have all these resources where you can put it out. So I was kind of interested just to see, you know, if you're not coming from an employer standpoint or want to do it at the employer level, what was out here. And there's a lot of resources and tips, and then they will send you. We actually have this fruit and veggie habit tracker thing where we're going to get them out to the kids. It was part of the 5210 grant, where you get bracelets, and you get the 5 bracelets on your wrist. And then as you eat one of your fruits or vegetables, you put it on the other wrist to kind of track your fruit, for the kids to track fruits and vegetables. So that will be coming down the line when we're free out of COVID. I feel like we're probably good for time. I filled the time. You guys all might be sleeping, but so are there any questions? Did I inspire you to be healthier? I inspired myself, so check. But lots of resources out here that make it really easy. And even if you're like not super interested in being healthier, but want to check a box on your when you apply for group health insurance, these resources make it easier to be like, hey, we participate in this and this and this. You know, I know for Mercy, we're tracking our healthy activities to make sure that we get the lower income rate. That's my husband works for Mercy, just so you got that. So anyway, lots of resources out here. You get like a newsletter that you can print. We put it in the bathrooms at the YW so that, like, for people to be able to read little tips and just kind of keep being healthy top of mind, because it is a battle, but if you kind of keep it top of mind, it's a little bit of an easier battle. So Thank you, everyone. I will stop talking.
Thank you, Shannon. So I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but each week our club donates a book to the children's department of the Clinton Public Library in our speaker's honor. So this week we're going to do The Sea in Winter. So if you want to sign. Thank you to Brig for fellowship and did anybody greet today? Was there some? Thank you, Rod, for greeting today. Invocation, Shane. Thank you, Shannon, for speaking. And one more thing. So if anybody wants to go down, don't forget Finally Fridays is tonight, or Friday night, sorry, this week though. So a good community event, and if you go, feel free to wear your Rotary gear and support Rotary. I don't think you can turn that into Cheryl for volunteer hours, but definitely go support the community event. So with that, serve to change lives. Oh, and don't forget board meeting and Boo Bash quick.
Oh, was it you?
Oh, every time.
I was informed that yoga is supposed to be a tobacco-free activity.